With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And they'll run the option to start the drive. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6. Panther touchdown. Well, just an excellent play there by the defense to not only pick it but take it back, because Charles looked like they were in a groove passing the football, several completions until that mistake.
They certainly did appear to be locked in, and with how this offense was moving along, I know we certainly didn't expect to see a pick to end the series. Whatever the cause was, maybe they tipped one of those scripted plays, maybe the defender just made a great read. It has certainly quickly changed the tone of this one.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Now it's Jackson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. They'll come up now, third and 3. They run run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They're going to give this one to Gronkowski. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 5. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gonzalez. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw, Willis. Short pass here taken in by Laporta. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. Here's Willis. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. from 4th down to 1st. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Equal touches.
Willis looking to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime. And it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Here's Willis. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. They work now on 2nd and 9. Willis looking to throw it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They go play action now. Jackson on the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the 1st. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he'll go down and not before getting this inside the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Here's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse.
He tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, short pass here taken in by Laporta. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Willis. Over the middle. it's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And the throw and the catch were just fine. But against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback, and they're able to see the route develop.
Very smart.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Willis back to throw here. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Willis back to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And that is no good. And that'll keep this a 9-point game. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by...
they giving me all these whack-ass players. Oh, Lord Jesus, boy. What is you doing, Madden? Give me all these whack-ass players. I appreciate the cause, but I don't need these players. Let me see before I go to the auction what players I need. All I need is a yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to USAA Stadium, the home of the Madden Championship Series. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. the play fake. Here's Willis. Rolling to his right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Shotgun snap to Willis. Throw left side complete. That's Jackson. And some room to work. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 58 yards. And the 49ers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Willis. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers